I'd like to call the announcement period to order. If there are council members who have announcements to make, please indicate by activating your mic, and I will recognize those council members. And since we have former council member Karen Johnson, if she wants to make any announcements, we'll let her do that too. Seeing none, I'll start with mine because I have a lot. I want to announce the 21st Avenue Corridor Study. We have a meeting tomorrow night, Wednesday, October 17th, at the Martin Professional Development Center at 6 o'clock. This is the kickoff meeting for a series of meetings that will look at the future of 21st Avenue and how we want it to grow. This is a collaborative effort between neighbors and property owners, and I invite everyone to engage in that. That will be followed by some meetings at the end of the month, which I'll get to in succession. There's also a meeting to talk about the I-440 construction with TDOT. That meeting is at Granny White Church at 3805 Granny White Pike. That is on Wednesday, October 23rd at 6:30. And that night, October 24th, no, the early morning of October 24th, council members have the opportunity to be principal for a day, and I hope y'all have all taken advantage of that. It's a great opportunity to get into our schools and see what it looks like from the inside. I will be holding District 18 office hours on Saturday, October 27th at Dose Coffee and Tea at 3431 Murphy Road from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And then after that, I invite anyone to walk over to Elmington Park for the ribbon cutting and celebration of the I-440 Greenway opening at Elmington Park. Councilmember Murphy will help celebrate that with me at Elmington Park at 10:30 on October 27th. And to come back to the 21st Avenue Corridor Study, there will be a charrette week beginning on Monday, October 29th. There is a visioning meeting at 6 o'clock on that Monday night at the Martin Professional Development Center, followed by 3 days of open studio where you can come by and watch the planning staff try to implement the vision that was discussed at the meeting on Monday night. And that will culminate with a presentation on November 1st, also at the Martin Center at 6 p.m., where they will present kind of the proposed plan on how we might guide the development of 21st Avenue between Magnolia Avenue and I-440. So I invite people to participate in that. That concludes my announcements. I will recognize Councilmember Russ Pulley.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I appreciate the opportunity to share with you all a couple of things we have going on in District 25. First of all, this Thursday, which is October the 18th at 6:30 p.m., many of us are aware of the fact that I-440 is going to, in a very short order, undergo a major reconstruction process. And there have been a number of things talked about and how they plan on implementing that. We'll start seeing some work going on there very soon with the work to start in earnest in the early part of spring of next year. But we're going to be holding a meeting at the Granny White Church of Christ. Everyone is welcome to this meeting on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Representatives from TDOT will be there to discuss the entire project and the timeline and everything that, all the information that's available to them now, they will be able to share. I know my constituents border along with yours, Madam Pro Tem, and there are concerns about light pollution and noise pollution and things of this nature, what the schedule will be for the construction, when the demolition is going to occur. All of those things will be addressed, and they also will be there to enable constituents to ask questions and maybe share some ideas and thoughts with them. So I urge you all to attend. Again, it's Granny White Church of Christ, located just north of the Lipscomb Academy Gymnasium. We will be meeting in the Fellowship Hall at 6:30 p.m. We'll welcome you all to attend. I also have one other meeting I'd like to inform everybody of, and that's we're very proud of the construction that's ongoing at Hillsborough High School right now. That renovation has been ongoing for a little while, and we are going to share with the community at the PTSO meeting next Thursday, October the 25th, at 6 p.m. at Hillsborough High School, and most likely this will occur in the library. The current construction updates, we're very proud to say that we're slightly ahead of schedule. and slightly under budget. So we've got an outstanding construction manager and contractor out there working on this project, and we're very pleased to share the updates with the community next Thursday. So I invite you all out so you can hear about that great project going on right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And that one will also be followed on October 24th by another one at West Precinct.
Okay.
TDOT will also be there.
Oh,
So I
good.
get that one to you. Councilmember Anthony Davis.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a couple of quick things. Monday, the 22nd of October, we are having another input meeting for Riverside and McGavick. It's also the South Inglewood Neighborhood General Meeting. It's Monday, the 22nd, 7 p.m. at the Inglewood Elementary School. Again, it's South Inglewood's neighborhood meeting, and then we're going to have more input on Riverside and McGavick and some zoning matters there. And then just had one more thing. At the beginning of the month, before our next meeting, will be the Inglewood neighborhood meeting, the north side of Inglewood. That is at 7 p.m., as always, at the Isaac Litton Alumni Center on Gallatin Road. Again, it's always the first Thursday, so it's November 1st, Inglewood meeting at Litton Alumni Center, Gallatin Road, 7 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Sharon Hurd.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just wanted to stand to congratulate Tennessee State University on another year of their homecoming activities, which began on Sunday. And I wanted to particularly thank them for the warm welcome and reception that they had for me today as I served as their keynote speaker for their Founders Day. And I just wanted to let everyone know to go out and support the parade that's coming up on this coming Saturday, beginning at 9 o'clock on Jefferson Street from 14th Avenue down to 33rd. So happy homecoming to everyone.
Happy homecoming. Are there any other announcements? Seeing none, I will wait just a second. I will close the announcement period. We'll reopen if we need to, if enough people let me know.